So what's up guys, this is the FamSquad. Welcome back to the channel. I needed to unwind from the hustle and bustle of city work life, so I decided to escape into nature and spend the day at Karura Forest along Kiambu Road here in Nairobi, Kenya. If you've been looking for a peaceful place to relax, reconnect with nature, or simply enjoy some fresh air, then stick around because this place is absolutely worth visiting. So as usual, the weather was chilly, typical July weather here in Kenya. The skies were cloudy, the air was crisp, and honestly, it couldn't have been a better day for a forest adventure. So I started my journey by taking a matatu and alighted at Muthaiga police station. From there I boarded another matatu heading to along Kiambu Road. And the fare was just 30 shillings. Can you imagine? A few minutes later, I arrived at the Karura Forest entrance. The entry fee for Kenyan citizens was 100 shillings. I was prompted to pay via M-Pesa. The payment went through instantly. And within a few moments, I was inside the forest, ready to explore. Let's go, guys. So guys, the first thing that hits you is just how peaceful everything is. The noise of the city disappears almost immediately, replaced by birds chirping, leaves rustling in the wind, and the fresh scent of the forest. Sometimes all you need is to disconnect from the busy city and reconnect with nature. So as I made my way deeper into the forest, I stumbled upon this old shed-like structure tucked away among the trees. Now, I'm not saying it belonged to a witch doctor, but that's exactly the vibe it gave me. It honestly looked like something straight out of a movie, old, mysterious, and isolated. The kind of place where your imagination starts running wild. Maybe it was just an old shelter or storage building, but for a few seconds I was definitely looking over my shoulder. After convincing myself there was no ghosts waiting for me, I continued with the hike. After about a 15-minute walk, I finally arrived at one of Karura's biggest attractions, the famous waterfall. And wow, pictures really don't do it justice. Watching the water trickle down with so much power while surrounded by lush green trees was simply breathtaking. The sound alone was enough to make you forget all your worries. As expected, it was packed. There was a queue of people patiently waiting to get the perfect view and take photos with the waterfalls. Trust me, the wait was worth it. Just a short walk from the waterfall are the historic caves. These caves were once inhabited by indigenous communities who used them as shelter from the rain, the cold, and during the night. Standing inside them really makes you appreciate how people lived long before modern homes and technology. There was so much history hidden inside Karura Forest, and it's amazing to experience it firsthand. From there I continued walking for another 15 minutes until I reached the football field and picnic grounds at Friends of Karura headquarters. This place has such a chilled atmosphere. There are swings and seesaws for kids, football goalposts if you want to kick a ball around with friends, wide open picnic spaces, clean washrooms, plenty of benches to relax, and ample parking. It's the kind of place where you could easily spend an entire afternoon with family and friends. So as I made my way back to the exit, nature had one last surprising wait. Nature had one last surprise waiting for me. I spotted a beautiful antelope quietly grazing in the forest. Not long after, I saw several monkeys moving through the trees. My favorite had to be the black and white colobus monkeys with their incredible long, fluffy white tails. Seeing wildlife roaming freely in such a natural environment was definitely one of the highlights of the entire visit. So, folks, just like that, it was time to head back home. This trip reminded me how important it is to take a break from our busy routines every once in a while. Sometimes all you need is fresh air, peaceful walking trails, the sound of flowing water, and a little bit of nature to recharge your mind.